Shalom, handsome young man. Shalom. Good to see you.
We must not eat pork, because pork is doing the opposite of purifying the temple. It is unpurifying the temple. How you must not eat blood, because it is unpurifying the temple. But and also lots of other things too. And you must not eat prawns, because they dispurify the temple. But you should eat vegetables and fruits, as they purify the temple.
I receive. We receive.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Romans 11:5. That's when we was talking about that remnant.
Praise Yah! Praise Yah!
Praise Yah! Thank you, Yah!
Praise Yah!
Yes! The Malach will come and tell, Yah will tell us where to go and when to go. Oh, thank you. I gotta read this. Where did he write it on? It's so sad. Did he write it in a comment? I think he wrote it on a comment. I got to answer the brother. That's the saddest thing in the world. This is how bad this is, guys. Let me find it. Let me go to our channel. It's on one of the comments. Okay, I can go here. Yep, good. I got you, family. I'm going to address this tonight on our Bible study. Yep. All right, so where is it? There we go. Here we go. It's on the flea doc. That is hilarious. That's the video I just told you. I give you to look at. All right, so let me click on it. That's the video. He literally wrote this on the video. So it's called the Flea Doctrine Run. No, it's called the Flea Doctrine Explained. Stop, sit down, and listen Bible study. So Akshan, go to that. It breaks down even more of what we're talking about here. Now, so the Aki wrote me 2 days ago on that video. His name is J-Boy. J-Boy. So this is for you, J-Boy. And I wrote him back and told him I'm going to answer it on the Bible study. Praise you, Akshan. You see how that worked? So now he said, hey, brother, calling me Uncle Yeshua. How are you? I just been having a lot of people going back and forth about the flea doctrine thing. Actually, some people told me that you can praise the Most High and you can keep all his statutes and commandments and you still won't make it into the kingdom just because you are in America. What? And I'm going to say that again. I'm guessing Aki may be kind of young because his name is J-Boy with a bunch of Y's. So it looks like, he's probably one of our younger brothers. He said, he said, how are you? I've just been having a lot of people going back and forth about this flea thing. Actually, I have had some told me that you can praise the Most High, you can keep all his commandments, and you still won't make it into the kingdom just because you are in America. He said, is fleeing something that we have to do, or is it wrong to leave all my faith in the Most High? This is the saddest thing I've almost ever heard. This is how, guys, why do y'all think the Most High had me just put out a lesson said the awakening is in danger, how wicked it is? They have taken it over to the point where they telling this Aki. I know Agyana is like, wow, this is why y'all got me talking about this flea thing. Yes, guys. He got this young guy talking about, they telling them, this is what these ministries out there saying, guys, that you can praise the Most High and you can keep all his commandments and you won't make it into the kingdom because you're in America? J-Boy, these people are wicked. They are demons and the devil is a lie. Don't receive none of them. Stop listening to it. Listen clearly, J-Boy. If you keep the Most High's, all of his commandments, and you praise the Most High, you are in the kingdom, my brother. That is your key to the kingdom. Them telling you won't make it into the kingdom because you're in America. This is how wicked this is, guys. So is fleeing something you have to do? No, Aki. Is it wrong to have all my faith in the Most High? Do y'all see how sad this is? Aki, keep all your faith in the Most High, my brother. That's where your faith is supposed to be. You don't have to flee nowhere, Aki. Only thing you need to do, please start listening to Mashiach's Assembly. Please subscribe to the channel and listen to my videos, Aki. All of these other places are going astray left and right. So I'm going to expose more on this flea doctrine for you, King, and for my Akshawn, your brother, who just brought this out now, made me remember you, because I would have forgot. Facts. I wouldn't even remember because I didn't get to prepare what I needed to prepare. So praise y'all. So you don't have to flee nowhere, J-Boy. Only thing you need to do is prepare your mind. So have your faith in the Most High, praise the Most High, and try to keep his commandments, okay? Die to the flesh, try to keep his commandments, and he will instruct you and guide you, and there will be an angel that will come, and it will take you to the wilderness. You don't have to flee. The Most High dispersed us across the four corners where he wanted to disperse us. Everybody listen, I need to see y'all now. Hold on. Y'all need to listen to this worldwide. The Most High has dispersed us across the four corners of the planet Earth where he wanted us to be. Understand something. The Most High ain't willy-nilly. Everything is strategic. If you ended up in Haiti, that's where he wanted you to be. If you ended up in Grenada, that's where he wanted you to be. If you ended up in America, that's where he wanted you to be. If you traveled from where he born, where you were birthed at, in whatever land, and you somehow in your travels went to UK or went to Canada or went to America or went to Costa Rica, if you've done that, that's where you were supposed to be. So when you awaken, wherever you awaken, that's where you were supposed to be. Because remember, everything is prophetic. Everything is determined by the Most High. Ain't nothing, no coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. No such thing. Everything is pre-created by the Most High. So if you awaken in New York City, that's where you were supposed to be awakened. If you were in Canada, that's where you're supposed to be awakened. If you're from Grenada, but you were in the UK, that's where you're supposed to be at 30, 40 years old. Wherever you are, that's where you were supposed to be awakened. You ain't got to flee to no South America, South Africa, Australia, Philippines. You ain't got to flee nowhere. Where you fleeing to? A worse place? Everything is spiritual. Where you flee? You can't flee from these ruachs. That's the thing. They thinking physical, Akis. It ain't physical. It's spiritual. You can't flee from these demons. They're going to follow your butt to South Africa. Wherever you go, those same demons are there. Now, if you, in your physical sense, just you, figure, I want to, more comfortable life. I saved up enough money. The transfer of the dollar, I saved up $100,000. That $100,000 might be worth $2 million in certain parts of Africa. I want to move there so I can live, be a multimillionaire. That's between you. They ain't got nothing to do with no fleeing. If you think you're doing that to flee what's coming, that's when you're a fool. Because that is going to do you dirty. Because Yah is not come, because he ain't tell you to do that. So all these ministries, and Akiana, we got this coming. I know Akiana's like, wow, this is crazy. It's coming out right now. Yeah, Akiana, you hear what the Aki just wrote me, King? This is exactly what we're talking about.
That just woke me up. That just woke me up.
It just woke you up, right?
The flea thing. Yeah. All right.
No, it's okay. You can share if you want.
No, I'm just listening. It just woke me up when you said what the art was saying. It was like, wow.
I thought you had logged off. I thought you was going to have to see it later. I was going to tell you, I was going to write you out to say, I said this part, you need to see it. So I praise y'all that you're still here. Akiana, he wrote it 2 days ago. It broke my heart when I read it. I literally read it and my heart I just felt so sad in my ruach because of what they're doing to y'all's children. He's like, listen what he wrote. Akiana, he said, is it okay that I put more of my faith in the Most High? Oh my goodness, dude. Because they told him if he don't flee, Yana, he needs to flee from America. Otherwise, even if he prays the Most High and keep all his commandments, he's going to hell for not fleeing America. This is how bad it is. Yana, it's worse than we thought. It's worse than we thought. And y'all put it on Yana to expose this immediately. I said, let's go. As soon as you're ready, I'm going. I'm going to rip it. I need to address this again anyway. This is how wicked. That's why he had me put out a couple of weeks ago that the awakening is so bad. So praise Yah. Yeah, Sean even write me, like, what's this whole wilderness? So everybody worldwide, if you flee from thinking you're doing something for some scripture, the scripture does not say that. It literally says that it will come and usher us. It will come and get us, no matter where you are. If you're in South Africa and your heart is circumcised and you're doing what you got to do, it's coming to get you. If you're in UK, if you're in a certain place like Akiana is in the UK and they're crashing it and everything, and he wants to try to get to Grenada, or if you're trying to get to Florida where Mashiach's assembly is, so we can be together and build our homestead, or if you're trying, that's not fleeing. That's trying to come together to be a body, a symbol, or trying to be in a place that's a little more safe, might give you a little more time. That's different from fleeing. They're scaring these people, like you see what the Aki just wrote. They're telling them that you're going to hell if you don't run to Africa or somewhere, flee. You're going to go there and it's worse than here. You're going to go there and you ain't got no money. You don't speak the language. You don't got no people. You ain't secure. You ain't set up. And when the jobs fall, when all the food fall, you think they're going to take care of you. You're a fool. You will be the enemy in that land. Now, it's different if you know some people there, you got family members there, or you got a foundation or a base, or you've been there so long that you got to know people and you know how to speak the language and everything. And or it's different if you're going there with enough monies to be able to protect you and guard you and set up fortresses and have armies and stuff, because it's going down. I don't know where you think you're going, to some Costa Rican jungle, some El Salvador. I don't know where you think you're going, but it's going to turn on you because you are the foreigner. Understand, the scripture does not call that. So these people that are talking about they dreaming dreams and we need to flee here and you need to flee there, it's all coming out. And we're going, when Yada's finished, we're going to break this. He's probably finished, but I'm probably do it next week. Break this down. It's coming out. We're going to expose it all because you ain't to flee nowhere. You is to stock up where you at. You need to prepare. If you got some monies, you want to go somewhere, then go. But that ain't fleeing. You could go somewhere, a better place. You got enough money saved up, or like people who are coming here. They coming here so we can assemble, so we can be together and try to prepare this homestead. They ain't fleeing nothing. These people is false. The flee doctrine is false. There's a map now to get to the wilderness. They're telling you that's the wilderness. See, that's the problem. They're telling you South Africa is the wilderness. Philippines is the wilderness. This place is the wilderness. You're fleeing, thinking that ain't the wilderness, because the Malak is going to usher us to the wilderness wherever it is. You don't know where it is. Some are saying the wilderness is actually Jerusalem, our holy land, even though the witch people over there in the wrong place. That could be most likely true. It could be there. But the Malak is going to usher us there. We ain't supposed to be there because it's going to burn. But you got people that are going there. The Malak are going to come. What we are called to do, Ak Sean and Ak J-Boy, is we are to prepare for this wilderness. Meaning, the way to prepare for the wilderness, you got to try to make it to the wilderness, meaning circumcise your heart. Try to keep his statutes, laws, and commandments. Try to repent. Try to be repentant. Try to do the next right things. Try to serve the Most High Yah, and then you can make it to the wilderness. The way that we get to the wilderness, the Malak's going to come, and they're going to come. It's different levels. We don't know verbatim. Some even say it's going to be chariots. Some even say It's going to be chariots that's going to come and take us. These going to come to get you individual. By yourself, in your home, with your whole wicked family, he'll come and get you. That Malak will come and grab you and going to take you to the world. The Malak is going to take us to the wilderness, wherever it is. Wherever we are sojourn, wherever we are, whether you are alone or whether you are in a homestead with others or whatever, he's coming to get his circumcised. The Malachims, they're signed, they're coming. Because when it all crashes and falls and all these demons and all the portals and all the dark angels realms come down, all the dark heavenly hosts and all that come up from the marine kingdom and all this crazy stuff is going, all this killing, only the Malak is going to cover you. He's going to usher us. He's going to cover us in our homestead before we even get there. Before he take us to the wilderness, Sean and J-Boy, there's going to be a time where the food is going to run out, a famine. We're going to have no more storage of food. That's when the manna comes. We don't know if the manna is actually that sweet bread or if it's manna juice and grapes and peaches. And we don't know what this time manna, but it's going to be heavenly food and water that the Malak that Yah is going to provide for us because we're going to run out of food when we lock in before they come and usher us to the wilderness. But there'll be a Malak that will come and it will usher us. My ex had a dream. I'm going to share it one time. And she said it was a prophetic dream and that's what happened. She was looking for me, and they was like, he's already with the Most High. Ooh, I like, you should say it again. You better say it with your chest. I was waiting to see what she was going to say, because she was talking about the dream. I'm sitting there, I'm listening. I'm like, I'm waiting to hear what you, because I'm going to tell you, the devil's alive if you say I'm anywhere else. She said she went looking, hey, look, she couldn't look out. She went to look out the window and all the killing and the NEPHEW, they were eating people and everything. And she had to close the window and everything. And the angel came. And the angel, listen clearly, I'm going to play it because I recorded her. So I'm going to play it for y'all. She said the angel came, listen clearly, and came in. We were, that's when I was living in a trailer. We had the double house, nice trailer. And she said, the angel came in and she said, first thing I said was, she called me Rashawn. Where's Rashawn? And she said, he's gone. He's with the Father. So she said that, I was like, that's what you better have said, because you said anything different. I said, I believe that. I ain't received none of that dream. Then she said, where's my kids? It says Shemaiah she's with the angels being made up to be presented to the Father, like being beautified, like they sit you in a chair and they do your hair and give a white dress. She's being beautified to be presented with the Father. And Azariah, he was a baby. He's already with the Father. We were already gone, but she wasn't. And she was like, so are you coming to get me? And then she said, I got to watch. I don't remember. I'm going to play it. We're going to hear it. I'll play it next week because I don't remember what she exactly. I want y'all to hear her say it because I recorded her saying it, but she didn't go. And I told her, I've been telling her already. I've been telling her, you're not going to make it into the kingdom. And she kept saying, who you to think who you think you are could tell somebody you ain't making it into the kingdom? All that Jezebel stuff. And I've been telling her all the time, you're not going to make it because of your ruach. I know you're not. You don't listen. You will not listen. And when she said the dream, she was like, what did that mean? I said, I told you. Where was I? Already there. Where was the kids? Already there. Where were you? Still here, scared. And she said, the Malak, I got to wait because I think she said the Malak left. But I got to play it back because it's been almost 2, 3, 4 years since I heard it. But I got it. I saved it. So we're going to play it next week. All right? So y'all can hear it myself. Prophetic dream. Literally what we said. And she said when she looked out the window, it was so disturbing she could just have a heart attack. The amount of killing, and they were just eating people and screaming and just all type of dinosaurs and Nephilim, just all type of, and the angel came inside. So that's what's going to happen. So you don't have to flee nowhere, Aki, J-Boy. There is no fleeing. You can't flee these spirits. The fleeing is sin. You want to flee sin, J-Boy. You want to flee the flesh. Flee yourself. See, separate, be set apart. Flee Babylon, meaning not the land, the living, the things. Come out of her, my people. He's not saying come out of America, the daughter of Babylon. He said come out of America, the daughter, you see? Come out of spiritual, come out of the things of the world. Be in it, but not of it. That's what it means, Aki and Akshan. That's the wilderness, metaphorically and physically. And far as Mashiach reigning in the millennial kingdom, I don't know. Mashiach gonna do it. Mashiach coming back to slay with the sword. First thing he's gonna do, Akshan, is slay all the rebellious amongst us when he get to the wilderness. So the Malachim are gonna usher us to a wilderness. Wherever it is, we're gonna all get there. And those who are there are those who made it, but that we ain't safe. Still ain't safe yet. Mashiach comes back and he got a sword. And the first thing he does is kill all the rebellious of us in the wilderness, Akshan and J-Boy. He slays all the rebellious ones in our heart, those whose heart was really for them, those who sounded good, who had all those good prayers, who looked good, who all that, who we got fooled by, who we thought, okay, yeah, they righteous and everything. You're going to be shocked when Mashiach be like, sing off with his head, off with her head. That's Mashiach's millennial reign. Okay, part of it. So he's going to do all that. Then he goes to work and goes out and slays till the blood is up to the horse's bridle in the streets. Blood shed across the four corners of the planet, all the wicked, sinful. Mashiach got some serious work to do. As far as all the other stuff he going to do, I don't know. I don't care. I'll find out when Mashiach come and I see it. I don't care about all that. You can go through all these other books or whatever. Somebody else might know. I do not care. That's what y'all need to know. I don't care. All I know is that I need to circumcise my heart. I need to make it into the wilderness. And I need to make it out of the wilderness, past the judgment, into the kingdom. And I need to pour into y'all and try to get as many of y'all to make it into the wilderness, make it out of the wilderness, make it past the judgment, into the new kingdom. That's all I care about. As far as my shot, only thing I'm going to do, I already know I can't, but I would say, Mashiach, do you need my help? I'll help you. He's going to say no, because he ain't need nobody help. He's going to say, thank you, my son. Go enjoy the wilderness. You done did enough pain and suffering. Go enjoy no more pain and suffering. See, go enjoy no more pain and suffering. But I know me, I'm going to be like, I'm with you. Could I help? No, you can't help. Mashiach going to do that by himself. The lion. He left as a lamb. He's coming back as the Lion of Judah. He's coming back to slay. He's coming back to roar. Anything else he do during the millennial kingdom reign, I do not care, Akshan. That's Mashiach. I'll see it when it happens. I don't need to know all things. That's the wilderness too. I don't need to know all things. I stay in a sort of a wilderness. I really don't care. All right. Praise y'all. Now you got your understanding, Aki. All right, watch the Flea Doctrine video on Mashiach's Assembly. J-Boy, I got you. Continue to watch Mashiach's Assembly, J-Boy. Subscribe. Watch us. We got hundreds of videos up there, probably 100 by now. We got more to come. Just watch us. You're going to go astray watching everybody. You're going to be confused. You're going to get yourself in trouble. I know it sounds like haughty to say we are the only ones in truth. I don't know what to tell you, King. It's looking like we're one of the last Mohegans. Akiana, who's on the screen right now, have a website, and his job was to collect all of the righteous ministries, safe places, right? For people awaken. He's been removing all of them. This ain't got nothing to do with no favoritism. People, he's removing all of them because they all going left and right, saying stuff like that, telling you crap like that. So ain't too many safe spaces. Mashiach's Assembly is a safe space. It's going to be one till I go home, because I don't play with y'all and I don't follow none of these fools. I'm a different breed. I'm cut from a different Hebrew cloth. Facts. That's why Akshan, I guess what he must have saw somewhere, he understand all the suffering and pain I've been through my whole life. I ain't even supposed to be alive. How in the world am I even functioning? The doggone video I just about to put out now, tomorrow, on 25 to Life. I'm like, and that's a million more stories. It's so much stuff, guys. Y'all gonna be like, my goodness, how you even functioning? How are you even a human? How are you even caring for people? I don't know. And Sean, you were right. You was like the Most High. So you don't have to say like, I wish I had that strength. It's okay. I'm here to build you up to be strong. You don't have to have my strength. You have to have your strength. You see, guys? Don't ever compare yourself to no one else. No man, no woman. You can only compare yourself to you. That's why I said, when we said about the prayers, don't ever compare yourself. You can only stand in your strength. You want to be strong as you, because you are an individual ruach that's strong, and it's different from mine. I wouldn't wish what went on to me on none of y'all. None of y'all want to go through to have my strength. You don't want to go through that. Just take your strength, but I know what you mean, and I'm honored and I'm humbled by it, Akshan. And I'm just thankful that I'm able to be something sort of a role model that you can look to say, okay, if Unc can go through all this and still be a man of y'all strong and serving them, then I have no excuses. That's what Yah wants me to be as an example to everyone worldwide. Ain't none of y'all got no excuses. Ain't none of y'all been through a fraction, not even a freaking fraction. And y'all have heard nothing yet. So how can you have an excuse? You can't. None. It's probably why he tortured me to that level to stop y'all from having any excuses. And I ain't even got an excuse because I used to cry out about Yahakan, John the Baptist, Peter, and all of them. I used to cry, Mashiach. Jah ain't them. That's how bad he was doing me. But I even had someone to look to, so I couldn't have an excuse. But mine was our ancestors. Because what I went through is a fraction of Mashiach, a fraction of Job, a fraction of Yahakanah. See? All right, praise y'all. So you got what you wanted, both of y'all. Yashiyaha and then Sword. And then I'm gonna read these and we're gonna close out.
That question, that brother asked, I don't know, my ruach is just like danger,
Very dangerous.
It's like woe unto anybody that's like teaching anything that could make someone, to lead someone to ask a question like that, to question whether or not they should put their faith in the Most
High.
To even question, to have a question like that, whatever you're teaching, woe to you, like triple woe to you for teaching it, and for anyone that's receiving it and acting on those teachings. It's
we just read the scripture where Eliyahu said, woe to those who do those unto the babies, right? And lead them all that. We just read it.
Yep. You're leading the sheep so far astray.
Why you think
I can't believe I heard a question like that.
Why you think he made me do the lesson about the awakening and the danger? Remember I put the wolf on the thumbnail and all that? Literally. I feel the same way you did. It broke my heart. I literally stopped, guys. My mouth was open. I could not believe it. I just sat there like, oh my goodness, y'all. And I just wrote him and said, I'm going to put it on. I got to answer you because everyone, I need to know. And he wrote me back, said, thank you. So I'm going to put this out. This part got to go out on the next lesson. Even if I have to cut it out, this Bible study, I need to put this part out. Yes, Yashiyaha. One of the most disturbing things I probably spiritually, my goodness, he said, they said, praise the Most High and keeping all his commandments. You ain't getting into the kingdom because you're in America. What kind of wicked, foolish, demonic. That's the awakening, guys. It's danger, danger, danger. Darkest level of danger you can imagine. Go ahead, Sabaya. And then I'm going to read this and we got to log out. Another interesting Bible study. Another interesting one. It's always interesting to see where y'all's gonna take this. And I have so much more to do, but another interesting one. Sword, you gotta unmute yourself.
Oh no, I think that's Akshan iPhone.
Oh, that was Akshan. Okay. So thank you, Aki. Thank you for the word. And hopefully you received from that.
All right, you want me to go on? I actually raised my hand a second time.
All right. Now, if you're going to ask me to answer something else, because you came on late, Ox, so I need to close out because I'm tired and my mouth is tired. I done did so many hours. So whatever, if you're going to ask another question for me to answer, just write it down and I can do it next week. Or
I'll just text you if that's fine.
Yeah. Just text it to me and I can do it either on Friday. But right now, I'm too tired. My mouth is tired.
No, I understand, Unc. I don't want to just contribute to that, make you more exhausted. So I appreciate it.
But thank you. You see how timely your question was? Because if you didn't say it, I wouldn't have remembered the Ox letter. And it answered both of y'all because it was the same topic. And it ended up being the same video that I told you to go watch. Again, y'all done did this tonight about 5 times tonight. Over and over. My brother calling, Brian, like everything, the Eliyahu scripture, Yanas, like he done did this about 5, 6 times tonight. And he showed up tonight. Ooh. Go ahead, iPhone. Whoever the iPhone is.
Hey, what's going on, Unc? This is Sean.
Oh, Shalom, King Shalom.
Yeah, I joined pretty late. It's after almost 1 a.m. where I am right now.
Yeah, where we at, same thing here, same thing with us at the same time. Yeah, so you just joined just now?
No, like sometime after 12,
Okay.
So yeah, first of all, I hope, everyone's night has been peaceful. I've missed quite a few sessions, I've just been feeling a little overwhelmed with certain stuff. So it's good to, be on here. And, it's good to see everybody's, faces. So I wanted to say, I'm starting to understand more and more what you mean when you say you are a major threat to Babylon, Hasatan's kingdom, because the amount of torture and pain that you've gone through, like throughout your entire life, not just since you came into the awakening, but I don't know, the amount of warfare and battles that you've had to fight, it's just unimaginable, in my opinion. Like, honestly, you have a certain fire in you, you have a strength in you, and I do kind of look up to you in a way. Sometimes I do wish myself like I could be as strong as you. And, the amount of patience level that you deal with, the recent attacks and, like the different, provoking and antagonizing by other people, it's really like impressive to me how you handle it.
Thank you, Kim. I humbly received that. Thank you. I humbly received that. Thank you. It helps to hear you say that. Actually helps. To hear all of you when you feel some of the pain I feel, it helps me to deal with it. I'm guessing somehow you might have saw some of my other stories. I have one that's going to drop tomorrow on Uncle Yahshua 25 to Life Tales. It's a deep one. Y'all need to watch that. For those who need to go there, I'm going to drop it tomorrow. It's another... literally in the story, I realized the Most High saved my life. He's been saving my life so much. I'm like, only y'all did that. When y'all see the story, y'all know what I'm talking. It was the Most High that did that at that time. But what I'm telling in that story. So thank you, Akshawn. I humbly receive, and I'm thankful that I can be any type of a mentor to you guys. I'm an elder, and that's what we're called to do. That's what the B system took all of our mentors away. And so that the youth wouldn't have nobody, like you said, you kind of look up to me. And I humbly receive that as a humble man of Yah. And it's my duty to guide you in the right direction and pour into you and do the best I can to help you so that you can be strengthened as a man of the Most High and help someone else. So I humbly thank you for those words. I humbly thank you for those.
No problem. It was just one more thing. I was wondering if, you got the text that I sent. Okay.
Absolutely. I got
I kind of wanted to clarify, what I meant with that.
I'm about to look at it right now since you just said it. Oh, good. Let me do that now. I can break that down now. I was thinking of that anyway. I didn't get to write you back. I was going to tell you I'm going to do it tomorrow on the study. So he said, I've been trying to process, hopefully this don't make my mouth too tired because I'm already tired, but I should be able to answer this without getting too tired. I've been trying to process and wrap my head around the proper order of events when it comes to revelations and the wilderness topic that you've been mentioning. Are you able to explain the basis of what you mean when it comes to the wilderness, both metaphorically and physically? Also, you're able to explain way in which Mashiach will rule during the millennial kingdom. That's a lot. So I actually on the channel, when you go to, I got a video on Mashiach Assembly called Flee, something about fleeing. That's in the title. If you go in there and look, that breaks down the wilderness thing. I'm going to talk about it a little bit here, but I break it all down on that one, on that video, on our Bible study, on our channel. So when it comes to revelation about the wilderness topic that you've been mentioning, when it comes to both metaphor. Yeah, so the wilderness is two. So wilderness, the metaphorical wilderness is your wilderness, meaning you going away from coming out of the world, dying to your flesh, coming out of all the trappings, coming out of music, coming out of the clubs, coming out of feeding your knowledge, your mind with all this useless garbage, meaning going to a secluded, set apart place, a holy place, wilderness. So our ancestors would, everybody would go into a physical wilderness whenever they would want to hear from the Most High and be poured into. They would set apart, go away from people. Wilderness is quiet, stillness. Be still. That's the wilderness. So your metaphorical wilderness is your stillness. Quiet the noise. Quiet your thoughts. Quiet trying to learn everything. Be still and know that I'm Yah. Stop researching everything. Stop. Just sometime be still. Be still. Stop thinking. Shut everything down. A wilderness so that Yah can speak to you and pour into you. That's why Mashiach always go into a wilderness. He puts me into a wilderness. When he's ready to give me increase, he'll have me go away from everything and just silence everything. And he'll take me to a new place. I get increase in that wilderness. That's what always happens. So the metaphorical wilderness is you, quiet and coming out of her, coming out of everything, being able to silence yourself, your thoughts. Stop chasing genealogy. Stop chasing these videos. Stop chasing these books. Stop chasing those. Sometimes just be still. Go into a wilderness state. Fast. Fasting is the removal. That's wilderness. Fasting and wilderness metaphorically are the same exact thing. Fasting, you're fasting from food. When you fast, when you go into a wilderness, you're fasting from people. See, that's a fast from the noise of people, the noise of confusion. Fast from, that's what the fasting is about. People just think food. Fasting ain't just food. You fast from YouTube, fast from social media, fast from all this wicked knowledge, these books, all this information. Fast. Wilderness. Same word. Same word. That's the metaphorical spiritual wilderness. We are called to be wilderness place, alone with Yah, set apart. Now, the physical wilderness is a land that we will be taken to, Aki. Once you are consecrated, set apart, you're preparing your physical temple, your spiritual temple, to be able to be taken to a wilderness, meaning the Malak, they're going to have an angel. If you're in a land by yourself, if you're in your home, you could be the only one in your home. Listen clearly. You could be the only one in your home that is serving Yah in spirit and truth. And everybody else ain't going to no wilderness. The Malak will come and get you right from your home. It's going to usher us to the wilderness. That's why we are not to flee. I'm going to do another lesson because Yana got it coming. So I'm going to break this down. I'll probably do it on a Tuesday. So I'm going to use Yana's post that he wrote because all these foolish ministries are telling you to flee now again. They're telling you to go to South Africa, go to the Philippines, go here and there. And the scriptures say the Malak will come and Yah will tell us where to go and when to go. Oh, thank you.
Everything you should do is in Yah's name. You've got to do everything that he says in his name.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
He adds secures and hooks us tight. A gift from Yah, eternal life. He sent his son a sacrifice to show how much he loves us. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, oh, you are loved. You are loved by Yahuwah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah. Hallelujah.
Bible study every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We're having a Zoom Bible study. I'm going to put email me for the link.
I'm a lion of the tribe of Judah. Say it again. Precious, chosen people of the Most High. You got that right.
We hope you have a good time watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next video.
And we'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe.
Our channel.
Yeah.
We are the true Hebrews, the true and real Israelites. We are the true ones that fulfill Bible prophecy and scripture.